and welcome into the latest Garnet Trust interview series. Collyn Taylor here, joined by South Carolina pitcher Will Sanders. Will, how are we doing today?
Pretty good. It's a beautiful day in Columbia.
Yeah, absolutely. And we get to talk about some good stuff. South Carolina obviously coming off a sweep over Alabama, up to 9-12 in SEC play with 3 weekends to go. Will, just in terms of all these series are important, but in terms of just the timing of this one, coming off getting swept at Auburn, how big was this for you individually and for the team as a whole as it tries to kind of fight for a postseason berth?
It was big. Brett Thomas got his first SEC start last week at Auburn and did well, but we weren't getting that one hit, that one play, that one break to go our way. And this weekend at home, it felt like everything was going our way. And Noah Hall pitched phenomenal Friday night. Brett threw very well Thursday. And we played as a team all 3 games. And when we do that, we're hard to beat. And so we know it's there. We know we have the talent, we have the skill, we have the mindset. It's just a matter of putting it all together. Yeah. And this week was great to see that when we do stuff like that and work with throughout the week, everything comes together and it pays off. We get a sweep.
Yeah, absolutely. And how nice has it been? The pitching staff's obviously gone through so many ups and downs with injuries and guys going down over the course of the last couple of weeks, but just how nice is it to kind of see this staff coming together in a formula kind of evolving where you got Brett on game ones and then you and Noah behind him? How nice is it to kind of have this staff taking shape over the last half of SEC play?
It's very nice. I would say the biggest thing is just it's like a family. Mm-hmm. And Noah and I have had more opportunities than Brett Thomas because he's coming off his arm problems from last year. But the big thing is we're all working together, and it's like whatever Noah does the day before I pitch, I will talk for like 30 minutes, just kind of run down the whole team, run down the whole situations, what went wrong, what worked, what didn't work. And same with Brett. And it's like our whole staff wants to learn off of people. Kate Austin has stepped up in a huge role. Matthew Becker's been throwing very well. And it's like we all want to learn from each other because we respect each other. And it's a great feeling to have that. And we've come closer as a staff and closer as a team, and we're starting to win games. Yeah. So we need to get hot at the end of the season.
Absolutely. And you're obviously a guy that I think was that Friday night guy for a really long time through non-conference play, and then that switched up against Texas. Just what about your role now, whether it's game 2 or game 3 series, does it give you an advantage from an individual standpoint being out there and getting to kind of see how Brett pitches to him, how Noah pitches to him, how some of the bullpen guys approach a lineup, and how much does that help you?
I definitely take into account what Noah and Brett do and how the games go before I pitch. But at the end of the day, I get a day and I get a game to pitch, and that's my game for the week. And so I just try to win. Yeah. Whenever they give me the ball, I'm winning that game.
Yeah. I got to ask before we get into some other stuff, a lot was made on social media over the last couple of weeks about your pants. Can you kind of take us through why they're so high and just kind of the process in which you hike them up that much and why that is what it is?
Well, the biggest thing is mobility, because when I wear long pants that go all the way down to my feet, my hip, when I'll lift it up, my hip can't fully like feel loose. And so I don't like that. Yeah. And then when I'll wear short pants that go like below my knee, it'll still lock my hip and knee, and it doesn't feel comfortable. And so either super loose long pants or really, really high short pants. That's what we're rolling with. But I'm just trying to feel comfortable and make sure my legs and body allow me to get down through the mount. And with the pants, everybody thinks it's like, I don't even know. I like it because it makes me feel like I can treat it how I want it and play the game the right way. And just short pants, sometimes they look cool.
Short pants, I like it. Do you get any grief from teammates about it?
Yeah, last year was worse.
Really?
But this year, I mean, I've been doing it for 2 years. If people want to talk, they want to talk. I'm just here to play the game.
Right. The numbers back it up, so that's the only thing that matters. you guys are obviously have 3 SEC series left, 2 of them on the road. How vital are those 2 at A&M and at Florida going to be, given how much you guys have maybe struggled on the road sometimes this year?
They're big. Every series is big. We know that. But we really have not taken it full advantage of our road series. Missouri, we had a couple games won and didn't go out our way. Auburn, same story. Clemson, we played them twice, lost both of those, and we lost the game here. But I mean, A&M's a good team, so we're going to have to go there and play our game and not be afraid. And Florida, that's going to be the last regular season series. They're always a good team in Gainesville. It's going to be tough. And so I think the biggest thing is just team confidence and don't allow the scenery to affect our emotions. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, stay tough, stay together, and win the game.
How much can a series like this, where you guys had some late leads slip away to come back and win and then get the sweep, how much can winning some close games, taking 3 games over an SEC opponent, build that confidence and into what is a really, really pivotal 9-game league stretch for y'all?
I think the more of the confidence comes from losing those games. And because we've lost so many close games by literally 1 or 2 things happening. If it goes our way, we win the game. And I think it's now that we're the ones on attack, we're the ones bringing it to them. That's changing the way we're playing. That's changing the way we're thinking, and it's helping us win the games. So we have team confidence, but it's built off of each other. It's not just one person is super confident, one person's not. It's like we're all either going or we're all either not going, and we just need to figure out how to start it up when we're not.
Yeah. It's a little bit different because you're not in the everyday lineup, but how do you balance with so little room for error over these last 3 weeks of the regular season? How do you balance taking it day by day versus looking at the big picture and understanding, time's running out, we really need to start piling up some wins to try to get into the NCAA tournament?
Individually, I'm not worried about any of that stuff. I'm worried about beating Texas A&M Sunday. Yeah. But the whole team, it's going to be tough. We got a midweek Wednesday night at 7 p.m. and then we leave here for A&M Thursday morning at 7 a.m. and it's part of it. And we're in this league for a reason, and we're playing here for a reason. So no matter what the situation is, we gotta prove it while we're here.
Absolutely. I'm just curious from an individual standpoint, because I was asking Andrew Eister this a couple weeks ago. What does a week look like for you in terms of what your regiment looks like? So you pitched on Saturday. What does Sunday through, Saturday look like for you before you get geared up to pitch against A&M?
So this week's a little different because we have those big plane rides and bus rides to A&M. But I'll go on a walk usually the day. So since I threw Saturday, the game was at 12. I went on a walk later that night just to kind of clear everything, think, kind of get my body back moving. And Sunday I'll work out, do a lower body workout and throw a little bit. Today I'll do upper body workout. Today's my kind of body rearrangement. So today's Monday, upper body. Tomorrow's Tuesday, I'll do sprint work and kind of feel almost. Wednesday, I'll take off, no sprints or lifts, but I'll throw a bullpen. Thursday, I'll do lower body. Friday, I'll do upper body. Saturday is sprints. Throw Sunday.
So how do you long toss in there at all, or how much long tossing do you do on a given week of prep?
I try to long toss twice a week. I'll go over 300 feet once a week, and I'll get to like 250 the other time. And it's just air and just working on spinning the ball down. And that's the big thing is like the last couple of weeks, my slider and curveball haven't been very good. And it's finding the right formation of this to the changeup. Okay. And so it's just small work.
Yeah, that stuff always fascinates me. And when you're in your bullpen, I guess, so that's Wednesday this week. What does that look like? How many pitches are you throwing? What are you focused on? And kind of what's that conversation like with either, a Burgess who might be catching you or Coach Parker as you guys talk about that stuff?
I'll work on different stuff each week, but I was just talking to Coach Parker, and we've got narrowed down what we want to work on this week. And Wednesday during my pen, it's just going to be shapes of the off speed and fastball command, and making sure my right foot pivots into the ground instead of just falls, and which allows my body to get down and create that leverage instead of just that.
How many pitches do you normally throw in a bullpen? Is it 30 to 50? What's
25, 35?
Okay.
It just depends.
Nice. And kind of as we kind of wrap up here, I don't know how much you've gotten into A&M, but how much have you gotten to watch A&M this year, just as maybe a fan of baseball, and what have you seen from them offensively? Statistically, they're probably one of the best offenses in the SEC.
They're good. They got a lot of talent up and down the lineup. Their position, they have a very good defense. Their pitching's good.
Yeah.
So it's a full team, and we get that chance to play them on their turf, and we get a chance to beat them. And so we'll get a good week of preparation before, and figure out what our best plan of attack is to win 2 games, 3 games.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm curious too, because I was talking to Eister about this as well. What does a scouting report look like for you? I'm not asking you to give away any state secrets, but just generally, when you get that paper of the scouting report, what do you pay attention to? What are some information that you like to look at when you see their hitters?
The main thing I like to look at is video.
Okay.
I don't really care about the numbers, or I do care about the numbers, but I don't use them fully because every pitcher is different. Like every pitch is different. Right. I could throw a fastball 0-0 down the middle and they not swing and it'd be a great pitch. Or I throw a fastball down the middle 0-0 and they hit a bomb and it's a terrible pitch. So the main thing that I look at is instincts and reaction from the hitter, because when he steps in the box, I'm trying to beat his eyes. I'm trying to beat his vision, because the vision is temporary. And it's like his swing is going to be the same, probably. I mean, unless he's 23 and changing it. But it's the eyes is what I'm trying to beat. And that's what my pitches and delivery, that's what I work for. Is like the numbers matter, but me and Brett Thomas are different pitchers. Me and Noah Hall are different pitchers. So it all builds up, but it's like when I'm at my best, I don't think anybody can hit me. So it's more of work on myself, because I'm the pitcher. I know what I got. I'm bringing it to him. He's got to hit me. And so that's the way I think about it.
Yeah. I like, so when you're watching video, what are you watching in terms of, is it their front foot? Is it where they're looking, their swing path? What about it?
Hands. See the way their hands move, see the way their head moves. If there's anything that stands out, just if they open up, rotate instead of stay through, that's big. Just different pitches, figure out different ways to beat them or set them up and sequence them.
How long did it take you to kind of really start to develop that eye for video? Was it something you had in high school? Was it something that once you got here and started working with Coach Mead and Coach Parker, that's something that developed? When did you start to really get that feel for video and scouting reports?
I would say junior year, because that was before I really had any. I guess I had my first and only other offer other than here, but I think it's just being able to use something to your complete benefit. And so I never had a pitching coach or really any type of coach that I like that helped me throughout my high school years. And so my dad would always video myself pitching. And so that was the way I learned, was just watching videos on my dad's phone after games, seeing what worked and just teaching myself. And so that's kind of where the confidence comes from, is it's like, if I could do this, just looking at a video and applying it, that's all I got to do for the next 20 years.
Right. And
so it's the same thing. It's the same game, same pitches. It's just different hitters and different eyes that I'm trying to beat.
Right. That's always interesting. I've always liked hearing the psychology, because pitching is such a mental chess match to it too. That's always fascinating. I guess wrapping up, just what excites you about, Coach Kingston's talked a lot about playing in what he calls pennant games, where there's a lot at stake. How exciting is this stretch for you guys, knowing that if you play well down the stretch, you can play your way into the NCAA tournament? How much, as a competitor, do you enjoy that, and does the team enjoy it?
It just gives us a want, a certain type of hunger that not a lot of teams can have because they're not in the position that we're in. And we know that we're close, that if we won maybe 4 or 5 more games, we'd be in a better position. But that's not the case. And so we got to deal with it, and we got to figure out how to get there, because we know the whole city of Columbia wants us to get there. And so do we. And so it's just, instead of having a whole 35 individuals, it's 35 and a city. And when there's thousands of people wanting the same thing, it's hard to stop.
Well, we appreciate you taking some time. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we end this interview?
Short pants are cool.
I like it. I like it. Well, Will, thank you so much for hopping on with us, and we'll catch up with you in a couple weeks, as hopefully you guys are stringing together some SEC wins and pushing towards that tournament.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Colin.
Yep.